10 years ago, I couldn't have done what I did now. And not because I learned this in school or on textbooks, but just because life experiences, kicks you get here and there, they makes you grow and mature, so they makes you more resilient. And I do believe resilience is one of the most important characteristics, and the ability to create resources where there are no resources, because many people believe, oh, but I don't have enough savings to start something, or but I don't know about this sector to start something. If you have a good idea, you have identified a customer need, you have interviewed people, you believe there is a need in that sector, the strength of the entrepreneur is to find the right resources. So it has to be a very resourceful individual with strong resilience, I believe. I mean, if I could give a definition of it. Because any other thing, people say, yeah, drive is part of that, definitely. It's very difficult, to put specific characteristics to, because if you look at Bill Gates versus, what's the other name, the guy who was jumping on stage, Steve Ballmer, the two CEOs of Microsoft. Bill Gates introverted and yet a great leader. Steve Ballmer, very extroverted. I mean, if you go to YouTube and type Steve Ballmer at the Microsoft conference, he's jumping on stage. This is a great company, Very different profiles, but both at the helm of a company like Microsoft and both successful. So you can have different kind of entrepreneurs, but I think the common traits are the ones highlighted. Changing something, creating something. I always thought I could do more in my life. And I realized that in corporate settings, there is always a cap somewhere, a constraint somewhere. Like you cannot go ahead because the position is filled, and your boss has to retire before you can be promoted, or because you don't have the right passport and you are not in the right country with the right passport at that time. So I said, okay, I have this idea. It's my dream to create something from nothing. Let's do it in a way. It's I would say the fulfillment in creating something where there was nothing before. So it's your idea that takes shape. Before it's only you smoking pot, say, okay, I think this is going to be good. But then little by little you see people coming towards the idea, and they believe in you, they work for free with you, they give you money, then you get good employees joining. And it's just fascinating. I mean, there is no. I got to VP level in the investment house where I was working before, and even if you get to high level as an employee, it's not the same thing. I believe even the CEO of Vodafone or GE, they don't have the same thrill as somebody who has created something from zero. Because if they want to create a new business unit, they have a legal department. They go, oh, can you draft the contract for me? I didn't have any law department. So I had to draft the contract myself, going on the internet, sharing ideas with lawyer friends and say, okay, is it right to write it like that? So you do everything. You swipe the floor also. You clean the toilet. So you do really everything. And it's a very fulfilling experience. There is nothing you can learn in any other employment, I believe, that teach you what you learn when you are an entrepreneur. I think my mistake has been to toy too much with the idea. Okay, I spent too much time trying to figure out, should I do it, should I not do it? It's nice, you get positive feedback, but all this. Sometimes you need to take the leap of faith and jump, because now I believe I've been lucky in the sense that the product is of a certain complexity, so that two guys drop out of Stanford or Harvard, they don't get the value proposition. Not that they are not competent to do it, but just they don't understand the pain point of the people I'm trying to serve. So in that sense, the competition is a bit shrunk. I'm not doing another app that everyone is doing in the US. But I could have been killed because of this by competitors. If somebody is faster than me going to market, so the mistake I would say I did is to go too slow. I should have actually pushed myself for funding before, without waiting for things to happen. So if I could change something, probably I would have done that. So I would have been more proactive. If I was really sure in myself and what I was doing, and that probably goes back to the shift in mindset. When you are an employee, you are not so much of a risk taker, so you don't like risks. So now with the mindset of now, which is very risk-taking, I would say, okay, let's do it. Let's jump now. Sometimes Adam Smith talked about the invisible hand of economy, right? I call it the invisible kick of the startup. So somebody kicks you in the butt when it's the right time, and even against your will, you happen to be there. You cannot devote the time you could devote before to your family because it's everything on you. You can't say I'm on vacation. You are never on vacation, really never. Especially with these devices, you are always online, always on. Because if the testers from India are calling you and there is a problem and you don't respond, good luck, it's your problem. So you want to be there and respond. And the sense of uncertainty, because when you work in a large company, you know when you're going to get vacation, when you're going to get your paycheck and all the rest. Huh? It is. That sense of uncertainty, when you embrace it, yes, that's that level of adrenaline that keeps you going. But remember, I've been an employee all my life until 2-3 years ago. So for me, that was the paradigm shift.